Good morning. Paul Case here. It's August 22nd, Thursday. I didn't make a video yesterday because we was really busy yesterday morning, and then yesterday afternoon it was very hot. I actually got up, done our cow chores, and hauled a load of lumber to 4th State on my pickup that I'd loaded the night before, and then went to neighbors of mine and cut 5 logs out of big trees that he'd had dozed out. And we got all those hauled home. I think there was only 4 logs, but they were big. About all my pickup could pick up and set up on it. And so we made 3 trips to get those 4 logs home. One of them we left long until we got here and then cut it in 2. And we did all that before lunch. And of course yesterday was Wednesday, so then we had church meeting in the evening. And that afternoon we done some edging and also received a load of logs. And it was very, very hot. Another one of those times when the humidity was high and the temperature was high, and it caused us to have a heat index of over 100. But anyhow, that's kind of the way it goes. It's August, you know. But we got on tap to bust some firewood this morning, and it come a thunder shower in the middle of the night last night. I also had kind of a rough day yesterday trying to get back accustomed to getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning because my wife gets up to leave for work at that time. She works at the Miami public schools, and so she's got to be over there pretty early. And then I had the night before, I had woke up at 4:30 or 5 and was just up. I couldn't go back to sleep. And then last night, thunderstorm woke me up, and it rolled through about 3:30, and I didn't get to back to sleep till 5:30 or something like that. And it rained real hard, and our county here and several around us are under flash flood warnings, and I'm no doubt it rained hard enough we could have that. We've had so much rain here this summer that it's just really made it difficult to make any hay. Only having a couple of dry spells. One of those little dry spells happened to be while we were at church camp, so I can't very well be in 2 places at the same time, so we wasn't able to make much hay while I was at church camp. And yesterday I also got my cows moved into the calf pen. I've got about a 2 or 3 acre, maybe altogether, calf pen that's it's right beside my house and north of the north one of my barns. And we use it to put our weaned calves in kind of as a hold before we ever turn them out on pasture. And I disced a bunch of it up last year and planted wheat in it in August so we could have wheat pasture for those calves, and we're planning on doing that again, but the grass grew up in there with no calves in there. I'd had the cows turned in there, but then I shut them out, and so I've got my cows locked in there. So yeah, I'm pasturing 33 head of mature cows and 24 or 25 calves in a 3 acre lot or less. But the plan is to get them to eat it all down real short, which probably will take a couple days. And they don't like it in there because they'd rather be out on the whole pasture. But we're going to have them shut in there for a couple days, and then we'll turn them out. And I'll be able to go in there with no-till drill and drill wheat. And maybe get a stand of it. I'll probably fertilize it some too. And we'll try to get some video of the fertilizing, and at least when we start no-till drilling the wheat in. And that'll probably be Saturday, if I'm guessing right, I think. And this rain will kind of help out. It softens the ground up a little bit so we can get no-till drill to do some good. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. It may be as late as Monday before we get that done, but the grass won't grow back real fast, and so it'll give me a chance to get it drilled, the wheat drilled down in there. And then we're gonna work on toward cutting firewood. I'll run out here and look at the cows real quick and then cut this off. If I could get this cup of coffee in me, I'll be a lot better. Too hot to drink. Come go with me. Name all my cows, but some of them are notable. And that red cow, not sure, get you where you can see her. The red cow over there with the white tag 27. I bought her mother at the stockyards, and she was a Jersey cross cow. Was pregnant, and she had a calf. And, finally, she had a heifer. One of the calves she had for us, and this is her heifer. She is half limousine and half that Jersey cross, and man, she really makes a lot of milk. But she has affectionately known in my herd as Dairy Queen. And then here comes the two bulls. They want to stand right up here, look at us real good. You can see they don't really care for being in there. They see my four-wheeler part of it and they want me to feed them, but the other part is that they know they're shut in there and they don't like being in there. But I believe they're all right up here. A few of them farther down the hill. And it is starting to sprinkle again. We've had so much rain, this ditch on down here is actually full of water. So let's go down and look at it. It was dry yesterday. Coda and I worked on the fence down here. Got one place in this calf pen where the fence actually had so much driftwood washed against it that it had the fence down. So we had to tie this woven wire fence all back up. Yeah, look at the water here. This was dry yesterday. Dip runs about 700-800 feet from the north of here, and that's it. It really don't catch all that much, but we've had a lot of rain. But that little dip runs in this little pasture they're in, and then it runs back out. And down here it had it so plugged up with stuff, and it looks like it's washed a bunch of it on through the fence, but you can kind of tell right over there it's got stuff washed against the fence over there. Yep, this was all dry yesterday. Kind of just missed the opportunity first this week to get a little bit of my hay baled, and we don't really have all that much left to bale. I got some spots I'd like to bale, and the stupid water's standing on them, and they never got a chance to completely dry out where you could even drive on those spots that I'd like to bale. We had to go around in our hayfield. Yeah, see, all the cows are following me, wanting me to let them out, but I ain't gonna do it. They're gonna have to eat that down for me so I can get them some wheat drilled in that. And for any of you guys that don't know, when you drill wheat in there, it grows through the winter, and it grows a lot more forage for cattle to eat than what a lot of other grasses and most of the grass in there is summertime grass that when it frosts, it'll kill it, and it'll be done growing for the year. A lot of Bermuda grass and some more native stuff, or stuff that I never have heard anybody planting. Foxtail cheat, and foxtail cheat makes good feed, but it'll be December when I turn stuff into this calves into this lot. So really like to have something good and green that they can get a lot of value out of. And that wheat, if I plant it now, by the time we get to the frost, it'll be halfway to your knee high, and sometimes even better than that. So trying to get that done. Oh, and by the way, this lot right here, I did not even mow it. I have not even mowed it for 2 years, but we spray to kill the weeds, and it helps the grass grow. Works out really good. And the spray is kind of expensive. It costs like $9 an acre, and then the time in doing it, but I think it's worth it. Anyway, we'll let you go for now. Maybe we'll get a little video this afternoon of cutting some firewood. Got some lights to put up over the mill. Maybe I'll video the boys doing that this afternoon. But like I said, it's just going to be a lazy day because it's nice and cool, but we're going to choose to work today because it's nice and cool. Maybe we'll take off one of them days when it ain't so cool. So hope you all have a good one. Had a good church meeting last night. We had quite a few youth. When I was called over to Commerce, they might have 60 to 80 youth for Wednesday night, and it's kind of slacked off this last summer for a few different reasons, and now they're gearing back up, and they usually put on a program. We have a gymnasium at my church, and so the youth all meet in the gymnasium. And last night I went in there and I caught them singing worship songs. So next week I'm going to take you with me and try to get that on video and post it, because a lot of the adults that attend my church don't get to go over there to see what's going on over there. So I'm going to try to get that put up, and we'll see how it goes. Hope y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you later.